Right, so intro to this video. Not the intro I wanted, because we're after missing our flight. I would give Keane a mic, but I'm not going to let him have the opportunity to speak because it's mainly his fault, right? So we were meant to fly out at 8:20, got to the gate at like 8. There's a plane like, scooting out on the runway, and Keane was just like, still loads of time, boy. I'm going to go get my pasta. Fucking thing was up in the air, flying away. So missed our flight anyway. Luckily we could get one at like 11:20 into Gatwick, different airport. But look, €100 to change the flight, which is a disaster, but it could have been worse, to be fair. At least we're flying to London and we're not flying to like
Manchester,
Thailand or something like that. So
wouldn't mind going to fucking Thailand.
All is good. But anyway, going over for the Limitless event. So two of us are both doing mentorship with Elliot Weiss and his crew. So they're hosting an event in London tomorrow night, which is lucky it's tomorrow night, not tonight, or we would have been rushing to get there. So we're heading over for that. So hopefully get a few day in the life bits over there. Couple maybe training videos in a few gyms. I think Keane wants to hit up Kings, I want to hit up Muscleworks Orpington. So that is the plan of action. I'm waiting for that cunt to stop talking. I was just about to go there. Okay, what was I even going to say?
I don't know. No, you did the intro.
Yeah, I know, but I was like, alright. So it's now 25 to 10, flight's at 11:20, but we'll be here half an hour, 40 minutes before the flight actually departs. I think Keane is going to go upstairs because, don't ask me why, he just wants to like go away. He just wants to go away from the gate. He can do the work here. He just wants to go away from the gate when he's already missed the flight. So if this flight boards, like, best believe I'm getting on that fucking bad boy on my own and taking off, and happily fucking leave him here, to be perfectly honest, like at this stage, like. But yeah, anyway, we will catch you on the flip side. Disaster, take 2. This is not our day. It's just not our day, Keane. No. So we're finally in Brixton anyway, after one missed flight and also getting on the wrong train. But we got on the right train, but there was no stops on it. So it was to London Bridge, but it didn't stop off where we needed to stop off on the way. So it took us the whole way into town. Then we had to get on another train back out here, so we had to wait for that train, come out here. Couldn't find where our Airbnb was for ages, but there it is in the background there. But now we have to wait for the housekeeper or whatever who has the key to come and open the place up for us. So she said she'd be here at 4 o'clock. It's now, what time is it now? 3:30. Ooh, it's 20 to 4. So I'm hoping we're not waiting too much longer, because at this stage, extra 4 hours onto what was already a long journey. And all we want to do is just go in and just pan out in the bed for a while. My back is absolutely broken from carrying those fucking bags around with me all day over my shoulder. So yeah, I'm gonna get inside, chill out for a while. Then probably go to Tesco, pick up a few bits, and then sleep. We were just both saying, thank fuck the event is not on tonight. And, because if it was, we'd be like zombies going to. I probably wouldn't go to the event. I'd probably just go to sleep, to be perfectly honest, and then just explore London for the next 2 days. So, yeah, look, it is what it is. But yeah, we will catch up, Jim, when we do a little bit of grocery shopping. All right, so we're back in action. Finally back after what is the longest fucking day ever. Just back from Sainsbury's there. And did a little shop, so we have all our bits sorted now for the next few days. So I'm going to show you here what I got, because it wouldn't be YouTube Fitness without showing you all the food laid out on the table now, would it? So here we go. Got all the fucking fruit, all the fruit I could buy. We've no freezer, so I couldn't get frozen raspberries. So fresh raspberries, fresh strawberries, fresh blueberries, pineapple, mango. Feel a little bit fruity, banana. Got some eggs here. I was going to get a packet of eggs, but they do these little egg pots with little boiled eggs in them. That's handy, isn't it? Proper lazy man's option. Chicken breast, mince, coffee, green beans, a Monster, some Pepsi Max Cherry, because they are the nicest 0-cal drink ever. Proper jasmine rice that I'm going to cook. That's the only thing I'm actually going to cook on the mince, because I couldn't get that microwave jasmine rice. That fake microwave jasmine rice. Just can't be having that. And then honey nut Cheerios. And as well, I just had to get these dark chocolate. These flavoured dark chocolates, which, to be honest, I'm not very happy about, because I like the strong stuff. I like the 90% stuff. But look, just going to have to make do. I'm just going to have to make do. So I'm going to throw it together like a big fuck off 200 gram bowl of oats now, and then eat that, and hopefully shower and try and get into bed. I've been up since 3:45 this morning, so I'm probably going to conk, hopefully. Right. What's happening? It is the next day. I've been recharging my batteries all day. 2 boys went to King's Gym today, but I was absolutely bollocks. So I just lied around in bed all day, to be perfectly honest. But at least I'm actually going to have energy for this event this evening. So I'm actually wearing some normal clothes for once, Nike t-shirt, but I'm hoping they won't see the Nike badge. That audio is going to be very muffly now moving this mic around, but yeah, we're just in the house, apartment, whatever the fuck you want to call it now, eating a bit of grub. Going to get the train up then to the Clayton Crown Hotel in Crinklewood, I believe it is, for the event. So I think when we go in there, it's just like meet and greet, networking, all this other sort of stuff, and then we're sitting down in the event hall, or whatever you want to call it, and listen to some of the guest speakers. So some interesting people there. Jace, who is, you know, obviously a massive online coach, if anybody knows who he is. The Physique Collective are going to be there. There's a couple guys that are like into property and real estate and stuff like that will be speaking as well. So it's not just solely for online coaching, it's kind of like entrepreneurship and like investing and all these other sort of things. So yeah, hopefully it will be interesting, but definitely a good opportunity to network, I suppose, with some like-minded individuals, I suppose you could say. And yeah, we will catch up. Alright, so update. We're having some more bad travel luck, to be perfectly honest. We got in our taxi, we got in our Uber to get to the train station, and we got pulled.
We missed the train by 1 minute first.
We missed the train by 1 minute first. So we missed the train that was meant to bring us to Crinklewood, where we were meant to be going first, by 1 minute. Then we got in an Uber, right, to take us to this train station, which is going to take us where we need to go. And our Uber got pulled by like the guards or police, whatever you want to say. And your man's like license got searched, his like all his documents and all this shit. So we're there for about 10 minutes. But we're finally here now, and hopefully and we're actually going to get on a train for once. And hopefully it's just going to bring us straight to where we need to go. So yeah, hopefully we haven't missed all the network and mingling and all that other shit when we're here. But some scenes here, because we're actually right in front of the Shard, which is pretty cool. So it looks even sicker in person. So yeah, probably catch up to you now when we get to the event. Here we are now, boys. What are we saying, boys?
Seriously. So if you've got any questions, save it to the end and we'll just work through that. Next slide, James. So who are we? I will say, when the leaflet went out, I saw for some
24 million properties, or dwellings, single dwellings. And out of that, there is just 2.65 million landlords. Well, that does sound quite a lot. It's actually not. There's a huge opportunity.
It's going to get you better transformations. So the goal for me was to sort of always buy time. So for example, the first thing I did is I just paid someone part-time, can you do my inquiries? Because I'm not that great, I don't get people on consult calls, but I know if I pay someone to...
Done, dusted, we're just... Whoa! Was that the bin or did you just fart on camera?
That picked that up, did it?
Dirty bastard. Yeah, it probably did pick it up. I hope it did. Anyway, Keane just farted on camera.
Smell that one?
Just everyone probably smell it through the lens. But just wrapped up that event there. It was actually very good, to be perfectly honest. It's good though, because it's like 9:30 now. We didn't get out too late because it's way past my bedtime. So we're hoping we're actually just going to have an easy journey home now. One stop shop, one train on the way home to get us back to bed, which should be good for once. So I try not to jinx it too early, but let's just hope we can get on it in time. But that was a very interesting event. To be honest, I actually preferred the two guys that talked about property and like buy to lets and all that sort of stuff rather than all the online coaching stuff. Maybe it's because I'm too immersed in it myself. But yeah, very, very interesting stuff. So big goals to set now, boys. It's on now because it is fucking Baltic at this hour in London. We've 20 minutes to wait now for this train. I told Keane we had like 7 minutes to get here, just so that he'd actually be like, oh fuck, what? You should have seen his face when he left the event. But yeah, we're here on time now anyway for once. So yeah, at least we'll get home. At least we'll get home safe and sound.
Yeah, it's fucking deadly, isn't it? It's sick, isn't it?
Alright, what's happening? We are now in Muscleworks in Bethnal Green, North London, coming in to hit a pull workout today. So I was meant to train pull yesterday, but the lads went and trained push in Kings instead. So We're in Bethnal Green now for pull. All of us are trying to pull today. So really looking forward to this session. This is a sick gym. We looked around upstairs and downstairs. There's some really kind of old school pieces of kit. So really looking forward to this session now. Nice atmosphere in here. Going to try and go through a little bit of a walk through workout style video today. Just kind of describe, I suppose, how I try and pull. Cues I'm trying to focus on my performance, certain movements, things like that, and hopefully you can take some tips from it. Going to most likely just wing this session today, because obviously the pull session that I do at home is very, very different than some of the pieces of equipment I will have access to here. So I'm just going to try and stick to my original plan as much as I possibly can. First movement I have is like a chest supported T-bar row. So just going to swap it out for this bit of kit here and just kind of wing the workout in that fashion as we kind of move along as well. Right, so this hammer strength high row, this is actually a high row because the handles are like this, but we're doing this movement to target our lats. So this is why we have the D handle here, so that we can get a more neutral position with our elbow pad. So when you're trying to target your back, the positioning of your elbows is going to dictate whether you're challenging your lats or your upper back. So the more flared out your elbows are, more you're going to hit your upper back musculature, your traps, your rhomboids and all those other sort of things. When you have your, a neutral grip and your elbows coming in towards your side a little bit more and directly out in front of you and towards your pocket, that's going to hit your lats a little bit more. So that's how we're positioning ourselves on this row here, using the D handles, get our neutral grip, and we can kind of go from here. So just going to wrap up now. Don't be silly, wrap up. Next movement up, we have a standard narrow grip machine row. So the machine I use in Extreme for this, it's at a little bit of a higher angle. Here we're going to be pulling a little bit lower. So I loaded it up with the way I'd usually do, and it was actually much, much heavier. So I had to lighten the load quite a bit. But again, aiming for around 8 to 10 reps here. Elbow into the side again, trying to target our lats. So this is our second lat movement. We've had one upper back movement. Going to move on to the T-bar row then next after this. So we've already done one upper back movement where we're very wide, hitting our upper back. So we're going to grab this now a little bit lower, just to try and get our elbows a little bit more tucked. Just try to hit different part of the back, different muscle fibres, proper bro signs. So warming up here now, just have 3 plates on it. I don't know how heavy I'm going to end up going, but with something like a T-bar row, I always try and spend 2 seconds in the stretch, get that upper back nice and rounded, and then nice and explosive on the way up, still keeping the chest on the pad. Oh, it's a little too heavy. Whew, overshot the load there. We are moving on to the lat pull down, and contrary to popular belief, most lat pull downs, you're actually not hitting your lats. Because again, like I was speaking about earlier on in the video, if you think about your elbow position when you're actually doing a lat pull down, when you're pulling down, you know, your elbows are flared out quite wide, they're not tucked into your side. Do you know, tucked into our side, we're working our lat, big muscle down here, whereas the more our elbows are flared, hitting our upper back musculature here. So what we're going to focus on when we're doing this is, with the earlier movements, the T-bars and stuff, we're kind of tucked out very right here. We're coming down here vertical, we're going to be hitting our upper back, our rhomboids. Well, our rhomboids, our rear delts, kind of mainly with this one. So, going to get a feel now for this weight, just see what it's like. Too heavy again. Blowing my load way too early today. It's like, you know the smaller plates, the way it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it goes the whole way down to 14. And you think like, oh yeah, I'll just go 1 or 2 more down, it's going to be light, but those bigger fucking plates must be like twice the weight, like, yeah, definitely. We'll go again. If this is too heavy, I'm just going to roll with it, to be honest. Fucking unit, anyway. Alternating dumbbell curls here, fairly self-explanatory really, to be honest. Just thinking about bringing our pinky in, twisting our bicep, shoulders down and back, not fucking round that up, coming forward. Alright, second time lucky recording this outro. Again, because I actually left the mic on mute. I thought by getting these Rode mics that I wouldn't mute the mic anymore, but sometimes when you press the buttons on them, they're finicky and actually does mute it. So my last clip was like, it must have been like 5 minutes long, was it? And it's muted, and it was good as well. I took it in one take, and it's just gone now. But anyway, I'm gonna record my outro here now, because I always fucking forget to record outros for these videos, and I get home and I edit the video and I realise I have no intro or outro. So I'm gonna record the outro now while I'm waiting for the train for 20 minutes. So waiting for the train to the airport now. We have an 8:25 a.m. flight back to Dublin then, so by the time I get back I'm just not going to record an intro then. But anyway, last clip you would have seen would have been us in Bethnal Green last night, Muscleworks Bethnal Green, very, very good gym. And the original gym we went to was one that his coach recommended, and we got there. It was in the middle of Canary Wharf in like the central business district near like JP Morgan and Chase, load other investment banks, load other like high profile companies and stuff, and it was in this like big glass building with like a waitress at the bottom of it and all this sort of stuff, and like a big fancy lift on the way up to it. And Keane, the second we got there, he was looking at this and he was like, we're not going to get in here, this is a very upper class gym, this is not for us, we're not going to fit in here. And probably just as well we didn't get in, because I wouldn't have been able to bring this camera in there. I'd say I got up to the desk and I was like, Jerome, do you do day passes? And she's like, no, just monthly rate. And I thought, like, you know, I'll ask her what the monthly rate is. Maybe it's going to be like cheap enough, like 30, 40 pounds. I'll just fucking pay it for the day now that we're after getting the train the whole way over. And it was like 180 pounds. So we didn't use that gym, but thankfully, because Bethnal Green's actually sick. But yeah, very, very expensive, but it is what it is. We went in, it was like a gym you'd seen in Dubai. We went in, it was like little restaurants and like coffee shops like in the gym, in the lobby. It was like walking into a lobby of a hotel. It was reckless.
Yeah, it was just proper upper class.
It was just proper upper class. Maybe someday I'll come back and I'll come in there and flash the cash and I'll be like, now you can fucking let me in now, you cunts. Yeah.
Let me spend 180 quid in fucking Kings or fucking Muscleworks.
Yeah. Give me 5 extra large size jumpers there. But yeah, so I'm going to wrap this video up here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good shit. And I'll catch you in the next one.